tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
On today's Smart 7, junior doctors hit the picket lines, Israel set to face the International Court of Justice, and much more. It's Thursday, 4th of January, it's World Braille Day, and happy birthday to Emma Mackey.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
Wednesday saw day one of what could be the longest strike in NHS history as junior doctors picked up their placards and headed back to the picket lines. At the end of the first day, the National Medical Director of NHS England, Professor Sir Stephen Powis, was warning that the strike's impact could be felt for weeks or months as tens of thousands of appointments and procedures have had to be cancelled. Dr Rob Lawrenson says the junior doctors have no choice and that the government's refusal to restore their pay is hurting patients.
Strike action benefits absolutely nobody, and we'd much rather be at work. But the fact of the matter is, with year-on-year pay cuts, the government's just driving doctors away. The
Health Secretary Victoria Atkins didn't exactly win the strikers over when she referred to them as doctors in training before Christmas, and the government has refused to even begin any negotiations while the strike is going on. Preliminary talks in December didn't reach any agreement, but Atkins says calling off the strikes has to happen first.
It's going to have a huge impact on our health system, and my ask of the Junior Doctors Committee is to call off these strikes and get back round the negotiating table.
The International Court of Justice is set to hold preliminary public hearings next week as it examines South Africa's charge of genocide against Israel. It comes as Israeli ministers were criticised for suggesting that Palestinians should emigrate from Gaza. EU Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Burrell was quick to caution that forced displacements of civilians are strictly forbidden under international law. Meanwhile, the Israeli strike on Lebanon, which saw the killing of the deputy leader of Hamas, drew a warning from Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah that the ongoing conflict will lead to a weakened Israel. Palestinian political activist Noor Odeh says there could still be a more extreme reaction from the Lebanese group.
I don't think that we are going to see a full-out war, as some might fear, but I think that this assassination also indicates that Israel is intent on going forward with this plan.
The death of the Hamas military chief Saleh al-Aruri has been welcomed by some, though, including Israeli historian Dr. Yechiel Leiter.
Saleh al-Aruri was a mass murderer, not Mother Teresa. And he was responsible for the deaths of many thousands of people, including the death of my son. And the state of Israel has to protect and defend its security and its people's security.
It appears increasingly likely that we're set for a general election in 2024. Well, at least that seems to be the message emerging from the Tories' political rivals as serious manoeuvring got underway in what feels like the beginning of a political campaign season. Wednesday saw the Reform Party hold a press conference with leader Richard Tice, but without Nigel Farage, who apparently has not as yet decided what role he might play in a general election campaign. Liberal leader Ed Davey was also warming up a campaign slogan, offering a Tory removal service and calling for an early election. Thursday sees Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer call out the government on their approach to standards in public life, and Shadow Cabinet Office Minister Nick Thomas-Symonds says ethics and integrity need to be central to government.
This government has denigrated the sense of public service, and we only have to think about what they've done to standards in public life. So what you will find Keir talking about is a new ethics and integrity commission to really be properly independent and robust. An indication from Keir for how he is going to restore that integrity to public life.
There was some good news from Ukraine on Wednesday as the largest prisoner swap of the war so far was announced. In a deal brokered by the UAE, some 200 prisoners on each side will be returned, including some of those who fought in the siege of the Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol. There's still no sign of movement from the US Congress on any aid for Ukraine, and as Russia continues its wave of missile attacks, the home of Ukrainian MP Kira Rudik was struck and partially destroyed. She says it's a living nightmare at the moment.
It felt like Armageddon, honestly, because actually Actually, the attack did not stop. It was continuing over and over up until our air defense systems took down all the missiles. You know, right now in Ukraine, when you're going to bed, you have no guarantee that you will wake up at night.
Still to come on today's Smart 7, Teen Dart Devastation and the Mean Girls are back right after this.
Tired of ads interrupting your gripping investigations? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Ads shouldn't be the scariest thing about true crime. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free true crime to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Welcome back.
It's been a while since we had a proper sporting prodigy, but the world of darts has delivered in the last few weeks. Luke Littler is a 16-year-old darts sensation who has been on an incredible run, so much so that for the first time in many years, darts is front-page news. He faced Luke Humphries on Wednesday night in the final of his first ever World Darts Championship, but it was a step too far with the new world number one, Humphries, winning out. He had nothing but praise for his young opponent, though.
Luke has been an unbelievable talent, not just about the dartboard. He has been fantastic. All the media, he's come about with him. He took defeat so well there. He said, go on and, celebrate. He's one of the best players in the world. There is no doubt about that.
Singer Billie Eilish had a big year in 2023. She picked up dual Grammy and Golden Globe nominations for her Barbie soundtrack song, headlined festivals and accidentally came out to Variety magazine during an interview for their Women of Power issue. She says she had just assumed everyone knew about her sexuality, but it still surprised many. She's got an even bigger 2024 planned with a new album and the potential for more trophies. She's just taken part in a Hollywood Reporter songwriter roundtable with Dua Lipa and Olivia Rodrigo, and she chatted about writing her very first song.
Like, what comes to mind is probably when I was like 8 or something, and it was like, I'm going down, down, down into the black hole, sweeping up your soul. Damn.
Were you going through something at the time as an 8-year-old?
Listen, I was writing stories now.
It's been 20 years since we first met the mean girls of North Shore High School in the iconic teen comedy starring Lindsay Lohan and Amanda Seyfried. Since then, there's been a Broadway Mean Girls musical, and now the tale of the homeschooled girls' encounter with the iconic Mean Girls is getting a new movie, which may also be a musical. It's written by Tina Fey, who also wrote the original movie and the musical, so you can see where this is going, and it stars Angourie Rice, Renee Rapp and Fey reprising her original role. It hits cinemas on January 12th.
Regina George is a scum-sucking life ruiner. We're going to make her pay.
Girls are made deranged by what's called hormones. WHO. What is going on?
Don't worry about it. Dance break.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day.
Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Tired of ads barging into your favorite news podcasts? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free news podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.